Most of us check our bank accounts pretty regularly. We look at the balance, see what's come in, what's gone out. But how often do we actually look at the patterns? Really dig into them. The balance tells you what you have right now. The patterns, though, they tell you the truth your memory conveniently forgets. So I decided to do a little experiment. An audit of my own financial life. I went back and analyzed 90 days of my bank statements. And I looked at everything. Every single transaction, every category, every late night probably shouldn't have emotional purchase. And what I found? Honestly, it shocked me. I uncovered some patterns that were running my financial life without me even realizing it. And today I want to share them with you because I have a feeling I'm not the one. The first pattern that jumped out at me was this. My spending always peaked during times of stress. I looked at the calendar and cross-referenced it with my journal. The days I spent the most money, the days I made those impulsive online purchases, were almost always the days I felt completely overwhelmed, exhausted, or just mentally drained. It was like a switch flipped in my brain that said, "You've had a tough day, you deserve this." Money was becoming a form of therapy, a quick fix for a bad feeling. The problem is, retail therapy isn't real therapy. It provides a temporary high, but the financial hangover that follows can create even more stress, trapping you in a vicious cycle. Recognizing this was a huge wake-up call. I wasn't just buying things, I was trying to buy a feeling of relief. Next up, the weekend effect. Oh boy, the weekends. You'd think with only 2 days out of 7, they wouldn't make that big of a dent, right? Wrong. So wrong. When I tallied it all up, I discovered that over 40% of my completely unnecessary spending happened on Saturdays and Sundays. 40%. In just 2 days. It's wild when you think about it. During the week, I was pretty disciplined. I had my routine. I packed my lunch. I stuck to the plan. But as soon as Friday evening hit, it was like all the rules went out the window. Brunch with friends, a spontaneous shopping trip, ordering takeout because I was too relaxed to cook. Weekends, I realized, can destroy more budgets than actual bills. The bills are predictable. The weekend is a free-for-all of temptation. It's designed to make you spend money. And if you don't have a plan for it, it will absolutely take advantage. Now let's talk about the silent monster in my budget. Food. This one was sneaky. It wasn't one big, glaring expense. It was a death by 1,000 cuts. A coffee here, a takeout lunch there, an extra run to the grocery store for just a few things. That turned into a full basket. Those little food purchases grew like wildfire because I wasn't tracking them closely. I had a groceries category in my budget, sure, but what about the daily snacks, the celebratory dinners, the I'm too tired to cook pizza orders? They all add up, and they add up fast. It's the silent budget killer because each individual purchase seems so small and insignificant. It's just $5, you tell yourself. But $5, 10 times a month is $50 you could have saved or invested. Food spending requires constant vigilance, more than any other category I found. Then there were the random treat-yourself purchases. These were almost never planned and always driven by emotion. Scrolling through social media, seeing an ad for something cool and thinking, you know what? I deserve that. Click, buy, done. A new gadget, a piece of clothing I didn't need, a fancy skincare product. Individually, they looked small. A $20 purchase here, a $30 purchase there. No big deal, right? But when you see them all listed out on a bank statement, you realize they accumulate quietly in the background. It's like a slow leak in your financial boat. You don't notice it at first, but eventually you look down and you're sinking. These emotional, impulsive buys were a huge drain, and the worst part is the happiness they brought was fleeting. The item would arrive, I'd be excited for a day, and then it would just become another thing I owned. And finally, the one that made me feel a little foolish. The forgotten subscriptions. I found charges for services I hadn't used in months. A free trial I forgot to cancel that had been billing me $8 a month. A streaming service I signed up for to watch one specific show and then completely forgot about. It was like I was just giving away money every single month for absolutely nothing in return. This proved one thing to me beyond a shadow of a doubt. Your bank knows your habits better than you do. Your memory is selective. Your bank statement is not. It has a perfect, unforgiving memory of every financial decision you've made, good or bad. It was a humbling experience to see it all laid out, to see the subscriptions I was paying for that I didn't even remember signing up for. So what's the big takeaway from my 90-day financial deep dive? It's simple. Your bank doesn't lie. Your memory does. Your habits do. We tell ourselves stories about how we handle our money. I'm pretty good with my spending. I only splurge once in a while. But the raw data on your bank statement tells the real story. Analyzing those 90 days revealed who I truly was with money, not who I thought I was. And more importantly, it showed me who I need to become. If you're feeling stuck with your finances, if you feel like you're working hard but not getting ahead, I can't recommend this exercise enough. Take a few hours. Go through your last 90 days of transactions. Get honest with yourself. It might be uncomfortable, it might be shocking, but I promise you that awareness is the first and most critical step to building wealth. You can't fix a problem you don't know you have. Once you see the patterns, you can start to change them. You can create a plan for your stress spending. You can build a weekend budget. You can start tracking your food costs. You can finally cancel those forgotten subscriptions. Knowledge is power, and self-knowledge is the ultimate financial superpower. Your path to financial freedom doesn't start with a complicated investment strategy. It starts with a simple, honest look at where your money is actually going. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you or gave you an idea, I'd love it if you'd hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a better financial life. Let me know in the comments if you've ever done a deep dive like this and what you discovered. See you in the next one.